sucks to deal with airline food.
Introduce yourself first. Like, tell me the relationship you have with me.
With you?
Yes.
It's they're symbiotic. I guess I'm just friends with you. I don't really know much more about our relationship per se.
Well, like, yeah, that's true. So.
I speak to you and we're pleasant with each other. That's really all it is.
Oh, your interview. Tell me about your whole internship situation. Like, tell me all about that.
Is there an emotional arc here, though? It's just shitty.
No, if you talk about it, it'll become emotional eventually.
I looked for a job. Nobody really wanted me. So then I was like, you know what? Let me just apply for an easy internship. And then I got an unpaid internship. And it's okay. I don't know. It does its job. I'm slightly more hireable now.
Slightly?
Slightly, like, I'd say like a solid 2% more. I mean, it's better than retail, I think.
It would be funny if the camera just suddenly stopped recording.
I mean, this is why you play crickets chirp.
No, but then the camera just is not recording, but we still have this audio.
Well...
Would I make... Should...
Not dub it. Yeah, dub it, but using, instead of audio dubbing, visual dubbing.
So I still have the audio, but we just refilm some other time.
I just lip sync.
That's like reverse ADR.
Yes.
That's the issue of having really good audio, but you don't have good video.
Can we do that? Will that be a lot
Wait,
of
no,
work?
that already happens. They're called TikToks. Oh yeah, it's existing media. And
yeah, but this time you have a script laid out, and you have the audio to go with it, but you don't have the visual
So you're
image.
animating.
Right, but with real life people. That's me, Cletus Cassidy.
What fucking emotional arc can we have?
Oh, I'm an alcoholic now.
Are you?
Yep. This segues into my next question. Hey, Leon, how come you don't take drugs anymore? Well, actually, I replaced the drugs with alcohol. This is the emotional arc I've been having all throughout my life.
If you... would you be willing to tell about your trip? Your first trip you had?
No, because I didn't have a trip.
Didn't you, like, smoke weed or something like
Right,
that?
but it was very interesting.
It didn't do anything for you?
I saw a bunch of colors.
Oh, that's it.
And when I tried drinking, I couldn't.
Mm.
Like, no, just the liquid.
No, I understand that.
I was really boring. Better you know, I actually get better trips when I stare directly into the sun. You know when you do that and you get those like, and then you see like weird
the black
patterns
patches.
in your eye? Yeah, that's way more interesting. Like, I feel like that's a better trip than weed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I've done it quite a bit actually. Have I ever told you I feel like I'm the human equivalent of a solar eclipse?
No, you haven't.
My intellect is so stunning that it eclipses everything else.
Are you impressed by that assessment?
No, I said it to my dad, and my dad looked at me like I was a lost puppy. Is there an arc here yet? Damn it!
What got you to that conclusion?
That I'm a moron and it was funny. I'm a simpleton making simple jokes.
Is there anything happy that you want to share that...
Happy Feet sucks.
Something happy that occurred over the course of your life.
Hey, Leon, you want to be in this interview? Well, I don't have real emotions. They're just boring. They're just like...
Well, what's your real emotions? Tell me.
They're just deep pity.
Tell me.
That's it.
Like, describe it.
I don't know. I feel sad.
About?
That I'm gonna be homeless in 2 years' time.
Why is that?
Because I have no skills and I've been not doing things correctly ever.
Wait, how long have you been thinking like that?
It's fine.
Like, what's the earliest you think? Like,
when my friend told me, Leon, why don't you have an internship? And I went, huh.
And ever since you think you might become homeless?
No, not actually homeless, because I have a state sponsor, i.e. my family.
Oh.
I'll be like AJ from The Sopranos. You don't get that reference again.
I don't get but the whole feeling homeless thing. Let's say
not gonna dive deep into my human psyche.
Let's say in 2 years nothing fucking works out and you're stuck at home. What do you think happens then?
I don't know. I'd become a contractor.
For who?
A man who wants to contract me.
For what?
Gay sex.
Why can't it be a woman who contracts you for?
Because then you have to have skills.
Tell me about, like, high school, I guess.
High school is kind of like college. It has that same arc. And the first 2 years are just finding your footing, and then the next 2 years are you being mentally ill and seeing what you can do with yourself and others.
Are you saying you're going to be in a film analysis club in the second half of college, and then...
No, I don't know. I've been trying new stuff out. I've been doing some comedy. I've been doing some acting. It's fun. It's liberating to be a complete moron, but what's it called? In a sense of normalcy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, society lets me be a moron if I do these specific things.
Well, I guess my question is, like, what makes you think you're a moron? Because I don't think you're a moron.
Ooh.
Like, no one, like, the people that we talk to, that we're friends with...
They're actual morons, right.
They're morons. You're the least moronic out
Right,
of
but
all
I
of
do
them.
that intentionally.
Yeah. Oh, like, why do you think you're a moron?
Because I'm not intelligent. Usually that's why I call myself
like, what's the conclusion that you come to that makes you think
the fact that I barely got into the school I'm in.
That's the case with almost everybody here. But what makes you think you're a special case?
Because almost everyone got in because they're actually, like, good at what they do. No, people had way higher GPAs than me.
No, it's not about GPA.
Yeah,
it's about prospect. It's about self-prospect. Like, why do you think...
Oh, no. In actuality, I don't think I'm an actual moron.
Yeah.
No,
but why do you claim to be a moron? Like...
First, it's hysterical. I mean, come on. It's pretty funny. And second of all, I don't know, it helps... it's a good motivator.
It's a good motive. Like, so you always push to go up. Rather than be happy with where you are.
Right. It kills complacency.
That's a fair point.
So what's your favorite Jason Bourne film?
So we talked about what you think will happen after you're homeless. What do you think will happen if you're not homeless?
I'll have an okay job and pursue things I actually want to do that have no value in terms of economic wealth.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I want to do some comedy. I'm going to act a little bit.
What kind of comedy do you want to do?
Stand up.
Stand up? Have you tried?
I have tried.
How'd it go?
Somebody told me the audience hated it until they didn't. No. You know what? Somebody told me, I've never seen someone lose a crowd and then gain a crowd in 5 minutes. I went, oh.
Did you lose in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was talking about Hamas getting their name from hummus. I have to tell you, I've never hated myself more. It's a really shitty, like, long, drawn-out thing. It's like, I can make this work, guys, while twisting my nostrils. You know what I mean? Like,
was this in high school?
No, this was last year.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Rikers Dozen Comedy Club I've been going. Well, I used to go.
Why don't you go anymore?
Because people decided that bats were a good food to eat. It was on someone's lean cuisine, bat. I don't know what to do here. Oprah on her Weight Watchers was like, eh.
So have you been writing bits?
I've not been writing bits, but bits have been coming to me. That sounds like underage children, but they've just been coming to me.
Can you tell a bit?
I could tell a bit, but they're bad.
I don't...
They're as polished as shoes from Charles Dickens. Like, they're not good.
Well, tell me one.
It was a really shitty one, but I was watching Bombshell. And there's a scene where this is a terrible bit. I was just thinking, I was watching the movie, I was like, this is terrible. I want to make fun of this. But in the movie Bombshell, there's a scene where they go... So the CEO of Fox News is a freaky rapist man.
Yeah.
His name is Roger Ailes.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where one of the newscasters is like, hey, you know why he was so fucked up, huh? Huh? And the other woman's like, no, I'm dumb and a bimbo. What? What do I want to know? And then they go, yeah, once his family divorced and they didn't tell him. So then 30 years later, a fat, chubby man sat on the sofa and went, I want rape. Like, no! There's no connection between divorce and being a freaky sex pervert. It doesn't go A to W like that now, does it?
I mean, there is a connection.
There is a connection.
But it's not really...
40 years down the road, you're going to be like, this is manifested and I'm ready to rape. Like, no! You would have... I don't know. You would have just been freaky. You wouldn't have been a rapist. Like, what? Anyways.
That's a decent bit.
It's a shitty bit because nobody has seen the movie Bombshells. Because Bombshells is garbage.
Do you have like any older bits that have you not yelled the word rape?
Probably. I can remember the guy's name from what? It's another movie bit. So there I was taking off my pants, right? A woman comes up to see my small little pecker, and she asks, "Well, how come?" And I say, "Well, it hasn't been adjusted for inflation yet."
You're so proud of that.
I'm so proud because I tell it to people. What happened was I test my bits out on people that don't like me.
Yeah.
If I can get them to crack a smile, I know it's not terrible.
So is that your goal, to like have a crowd full of people that don't like you?
Be like, yeah. Yeah.
Anything past the comedy thing, like when you said that you want to try out things that are not economic, but
Yeah, acting. I
acting?
want to do the theaters. I want to do. I guess I could. I don't know. Write a dissertation or something. I don't know. Writing's fun.
What about like a one-man show?
No, I like to act off people. Well, unless it's stand-up. But in that case, I'm acting off my own stupidity. Acting's fun though.
Acting, yeah.
Oh no, man! I haven't acted with other people that are reputable, so I don't know what that even means to act with another person. I also haven't done acting in person, because I was trying to focus on stand-up,
Yeah.
and then the last semester I was like, yeah, let's try some improv theater in here. It's terrible. I mean, I
Yeah.
got the part, but it was just dog shit.
What part was it?
It was like a sketch comedy thing. So some child who has no life wrote up a bunch of scripts that could be made by like a sweatshop worker who had no intellect.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the part for one of those shitty roles. I don't remember. It was terrible. I think one of them was like, "What if Dracula was a talk show host?" I was like, this is.
Oh, so it was like a Smosh skit.
Right.
You say you write. What have you written?
No. I don't write books or anything.
No.
That is no, not for me.
Do you have any ideas or concepts that you still have to tinker around with?
I don't. I used to, and then I didn't have fun with it. I don't know. I feel like I'm not a creative person in terms of like narratives.
Like, why do you think you don't have a certain demographic?
Because I haven't tried anything. I've done like a quarter of a semester's worth of stand-up comedy.
That's fair, but you're saying you haven't tried. So I guess that's my question. Like, will you try even after you fail?
As long as I have like financial backing through my day job, then yeah.
What would be your what would be the worst day job that you would have?
Worst?
Yeah.
Oh, like a menial job.
Yeah.
Like working at like a Chuck E. Cheese. But like that doesn't happen to people that graduate college most of the time. So like it's not something I'm worried about.
You might be surprised.
That's if you pick up a major that is objectively not useful.
As
Not gonna point fingers, but I will just say that some majors, before you go in, you're like, yeah, well, there's a possibility I'll be working at Chuck E. Cheese, and that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other majors where, like, even if I'm a complete moron, I will make 50K. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll figure it out.
So you think you're gonna be?
I'll make like 80, 70K. Probably get, hopefully, the goal is to get around 100K. That's relatively not bad. And I don't know, I call it a day and do what I want to do.
Do you think there's gonna be a middle of the road thing?
Yeah, I'll probably be making 60K and I'll probably...
No, not salary wise, but like middle of the like. You have a best and worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case, my job is very difficult and I can't resort to what I want to do.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the worst case for 98% of human beings.
Yeah.
That's the worst case that people don't give a shit about, because who cares?
So what about? But right now you're good. You're good where you are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yep. Yep. Good right where I am.